What do we have at the foundation of the reading, please? The Emperor. Aries energy at the foundation of the reading. So what I've been picking up inside the collective energy is that a lot of you are thinking about some sort of vision, some sort of manifestation, and you just can't seem to shake it. When I look at this imagery, it looks like somebody who, let's say, is in one dimension, and then they're thinking about themselves having brought this manifestation or this vision to full realization, right? It's like, here you are, you're like, I see this vision. I know I can make this happen. And then here it is in another timeline actually happening. Now, I kept hearing before the reading, against all odds. And there's something here about what the universe is encouraging you to start moving towards right now. I feel that a path is opening up for you. But you may not have any support in your environment in regards to whatever this may be here. And I'm also hearing for some of you, you're actually already on that other timeline, right? So there's going to be two different groups of you. There's a group of you that are preparing to go towards this, and then there's a group of you that are now on the other side of it, and you're sort of in this energy where you're looking back over your life going, oh my God, what a miracle. Life is amazing, right? And then there's this newer group of you who are sort of still in this realm where you don't know what's going to happen, right? You may be scared to take that first step towards this. But I'm also hearing that the universe is going to keep pressing you on this vision because they don't want you to be satisfied with it just being a dream. It's time to cast your line and reel that timeline in. You're awake in a realm of sleepers. It's like you're looking around at your life and you feel more and more disconnected from some of the people in your life, family members, friends. It's like you have bigger hopes, dreams, aspirations for yourself. And I feel that there's a lot of people around your life that have just started to settle with the mediocrity. It's like a lot of these people seem like they're stuck. And, that's their own business. But something tells me that you're feeling pressure from some of these individuals and spaces, some of these environments, because you refuse to settle. It's like you want to go after something here. You just have a bigger idea of what your life should look like. And I don't think that you're supported. I think the only support that you truly have is from the divine, is from the universe. And I feel that this is something that you are beginning to come to terms with. And this realization can be scary, knowing that if you want to make this thing happen, you're going to have to do it without anybody's support. But there's something very different about you that I'm picking up on here. I feel that you're being used as an instrument by the divine to show people that, again, against all odds, something can actually happen. You may have had everything stacked against you, like there was seemingly no hope that you could actually make something happen. But what's taking place here now feels a whole lot like some sort of secret path that the universe has opened up for you and said, hey, they're wrong. You actually can make this happen. And we would love to use you as an example to show people that even when it seems like there's no possible way, with enough hope and faith, we can make a way. So how about we show them how it's done? What do we have at the Sacral, please? Eight of Wands, Sag energy at the Sacral. Now, this Eight of Wands is reinforcing the message that I've already been picking up here. The Emperor is telling us that you have some sort of plan that you've either put in place or you need to put in place. And now the Eight of Wands is telling us that it's time to start moving very quickly towards this here. I feel that the time we're in right now is going to allow for this particular vision and or manifestation to begin materializing much faster than you may have anticipated. It really just takes this first step. You are from the light, and this is your awakening. It's like a whole okay, I just saw a switch in my mind's eye go on. It's like the divine has brought a bunch of you online right now. And this is something that I was picking up a couple of readings ago about the spiritual web, right? This has been coming through a lot lately. It's like everybody is being called to their stations. It's like everybody is being activated right now. And a lot of the things that you are going to start moving towards are things that people never thought in a million years you would ever actually be able to accomplish here. It's like you aim for something here and you actually hit the mark. And see how there's these people, right, on the sidelines watching? They're like, oh, yeah, right. They'll never hit it, but you actually do, right? And whatever this is in relation to, right, has the power to change everything. And I just heard, for some of you, all you need is one yes. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy at the solar plexus. And what I'm getting here is that this thing, this manifestation, this vision, right, is a collaborative effort between you and the divine. This is one of these times when you see an individual manifest something into their life, and you can't help but think that a higher power was involved. And this has a profound impact on the onlookers, right? The people that thought that there was no way you could do this. It's almost like it sparks some sort of awakening inside of them. Your success is the point by which other people begin to have an awakening in their life. This is when individuals look at what you've accomplished when all the odds were stacked against you and think, they could do it. I wonder if I could do it too, right? And there's just no telling as to what that may develop into within some of these individuals. And this is when everything begins to make sense. The vision that you've materialized, the success that you're beginning to have, all has meaning behind it. You start to know and feel that, yes, the divine used me to do this. You know, this is one of these situations where you go away for maybe a few years and you come back and you've just built this entire empire and people are like, what? How did you do that? It's like you ducked out, you just disconnected. And then all of a sudden you pop back up, or people just check on you and your life is completely turned around. And there's just no other way you could have done this without some sort of divine intervention. A lot of you may have had individuals that went out of their way to hold you back in some capacity. And I found that, a lot of people will hold you back without even being consciously aware of it. There are some people in the world that can't support you beyond what they've accomplished in their own life. They don't know how to. And then, of course, there are narcissistic people that also exist in the world that refuse to see you grow and develop beyond what they've accomplished in their life because it makes them feel small, which isn't your problem here. Some of you may be dealing with one or the other, and some of you may be dealing with both. But whatever the case, you were chosen for this. There's a reason why all this is happening for you and not them. And I feel that it just all comes down to obedience. When other people were off gallivanting around inside of the matrix of life, you were taking time out to connect with Source, to look for the deeper meanings because something told you that there's no way that this could be it, right? I feel that a lot of you have always looked for something more. It's like you have always wanted to know what was behind the curtain. You were never satisfied with the surface kind of living. It's like you wanted to know what the mathematics were behind it all. And it's all of this that has allowed you to nurture a deeper connection with the universe. I'm also hearing something here about a lot of you always being curious about life, going right back to when you were kids, right? Something about you being old souls and seemingly well beyond your years, even when you were younger. There was something different about you. On a core level, I feel that your whole purpose in this life cycle was to just be an inspiration. And this is the process by how you do it. This is your activation. The universe is going to do many great things with your life, but the foundation by which all of these great things sit upon is you just being an inspiration that it actually can be done even when everything has been stacked against you. Which tells me that you have been through a lot of struggle in your life. A lot of you have seen great lows that nobody expected you to come back from, not even yourself in some instances. But somehow you always made your way out. That was the universe. That was the divine always having your back. They also needed to put you through all of those lessons because it adds to the weight of this success when it hits, right? It's like all of a sudden people are just flooded with all the struggles you have gone through in your life. And then all of a sudden you have this. It's like, oh my God, what a miracle. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow, what a miracle. And we get the star card, which is the card of miracles. Look at that, right there at the heart. So this is you setting your sights on a star, and you actually hit the mark. Star card speaks about hope and faith, and again, a miracle unfolding in your life against all odds. Very clear. This right here is the energy of individuals who have an incredibly bright future. This is the universe saying, hey, we've opened up a path for you. Go get it. But yet there's still some of you that are hesitating. You've only ever known that feeling of something not working out or you hitting a roadblock, but it feels different now. It's one of these moments where you can begin to make sense of all the struggle. When you start transitioning into this new energy, you go, oh, I get it now. It wasn't because I was necessarily moving wrong or wasn't necessarily because I was undeserving. It's because I had to extract a certain level of experience and wisdom because it was going to serve me moving forward. What do we have in the throat, please, Spirit? The Chariot. Cancer energy at the throat. Now, going all the way back to the Emperor, this is you laying down the groundwork. The Eight of Wands is you beginning to move very quickly towards something here. This is the fire in your belly at that sacral position. The Three of Pentacles is you co-creating with the divine. The divine is giving you the confidence to keep pushing forward and make this thing happen. Because even though other people can't see it, something is telling you that it is actually going to happen this time. And then the Star card at the heart, this is you aiming for the stars, right? And it's right there at the heart chakra, true heart's desires. And I just heard the divine didn't place this inside of you so it can always remain a dream. And then the Chariot card at the throat, this is you charging towards it. This is the divine saying, let's go. And the Chariot's also an energy of victory. It's representing the journey that you are about to embark on. And nobody can tell you otherwise. The divine is in control of this now. You know it. You feel it. And it doesn't matter if others can't see it yet, because one day they will. And this is a jaw-dropping kind of energy. And this is not coming from a place of ego. This is just you allowing the divine to use you as an instrument of hope, of what it can actually look like when one actually pulls off a miracle, right? You are a miracle walking because you have let Spirit into your life to guide you. It took you going through all those trials and tribulations for this to even happen anyway. You know, I feel that your entire relationship was sparked during those moments. When you were at your lowest, when you were going through struggles, that's when you found Spirit. That's when the co-creating began. And it might just be now that you're starting to realize this. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? Okay, too many cards. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? The Moon. Pisces energy at the third eye. Okay, so there's something going on here with your dreams and your intuition. I feel that you're getting a lot of downloads at this time. And this Moon card is showing us this individual sleeping, right? So it's like you're getting the downloads, but there's also all this noise around you. This could be environmental. This could just be representing all the people, places, and things in and around your environment that is trying to distract you from getting focused enough to set out on this path, right? Which is very common when it comes to situations like these. It almost feels like the entire world around you all of a sudden knows what it is you're about to do. On one hand, the divine is activating you to start going down this path. And then on the other hand, something else is activating these people to try and distract you and or stop you from going down this path. So this tells me, right, we have the Moon here, which I feel is just representing the divine right now, your intuition, your higher guidance. So it's like you need to remain very focused on this space here despite all the noise around you, okay? Your connection with Source right now is of the utmost importance. And even though it's very potent, you need to make sure that you're nurturing this, showing up in this space. It's like you need to be checking in through meditation or prayer, whatever it is that you need to utilize to keep that channel very clear and open. That's where you receive your instructions on how to move. Your intuition is your inner GPS system. It's like it's your maps, right? Google Maps. Yeah, right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So here's all the distraction again, right? All the obstacles and I mean, look at this card. It's so hectic. Yeah, it almost feels like there's an energy charging towards you, trying to stop you from moving forward in a certain direction, because they feel like you're leaving them behind. Yeah, you're preparing to put roots. See, we have the Emperor at the foundation here. Now we have the Empress. So a solid foundation with the Emperor, and the Empress is putting roots down, right? Okay. What do we have at the Crown? And then I saw that Wheel of Fortune, which is the energy that is speaking about this turning point in your life. It's like something is major shifting here. Wow. Unbelievable. It just came out. The Empress. Look at that. The Emperor at the foundation, the Empress at the crown. And then look right on the bottom of the deck, we have the mob, right? So this energy is so heavy. It's like here you are, and then there's all these other energies here, like, you can't do that. What are you doing? It's like something activates all these people. It's like a zombie mob coming for you because you're going towards something here. You're going towards this inner calling, this inner knowing that this is the direction you need to go. It's like you set your sights on this star, and then boom, the mob comes for you. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Mom? Dad? You know, the Empress is the most abundant card in the tarot. So this is a complete turnaround from you. It's like you're coming from a time where you may have been trying to plant seeds, metaphorically speaking, and not seeing anything sprouting, to a time in your life where all seeds that you begin to plant are going to actually sprout. And I'm hearing something about the seeds that you planted in the past. You know, let's just say they were ideas or something, right? It had nothing to do with anything else other than it just not being the right time, right? Yeah, a lot of these seeds that you're going to plant now in this new timeline, you're going to actually see some sort of growth. There's also something here about skills needing to be refined, which really goes without saying when it comes to an energy like this, right? It had nothing to do with the fact that you couldn't do something. It just wasn't the right time. It was premature, right? But now you're going to start seeing that a lot of the things that you were collecting for years are actually things that you're going to be implementing in this new timeline. You know, we see the Empress here, right? It's like planting a seed, there's roots here, but look at all these other trees that she's already planted. And, you know, we're also seeing two different images here. This could be where you are right now. There's no trees around yet. But through another dimension on another timeline, this is waiting for you. What do we have at the foundation of the reading, please? Knight of Wands, fire energy right underneath that Emperor. Yeah, there's somebody here or somebody's here that are trying to make this more difficult for you than it needs to be. I feel that there's individuals that have been so used to you being a certain way, and the idea of you not being that person anymore is just not something that they can come to terms with. Now, this can also be people that you have left behind, now seeing you on this new timeline in this Empress energy, and it's jaw-dropping, right? It's paradigm shifting for them. And again, it's not from a place of ego. Sometimes, you know, people are just used to be divine instruments to help awaken people. And this is how it looks. If it was an ex or something, this is the kind of situation where you were the one that got away, right? Maybe they brought a lot of chaos into your life. Maybe they weren't the most loyal person, right? You know, the Knight of Wands energy, especially from this deck, is an energy that's all over the place. Very non-committal and very reckless. This is somebody that probably sent you into some sort of tailspin. But again, this lesson brought with it tremendous wisdom. Wisdom that was all necessary to make this happen. What do we have at the Sacral, please? The Magician. Baphomet. Red in its shadow. Okay, so, you know, this feels like one of these situations where you don't realize just how much you were being limited until you move on from it, and then you look back and go, wow, I didn't see it like that before. I didn't see really how dark it was. And this can really change the way you look at your life as well, because the trajectory you're on is clearly aligning you with your true north. This is the path you're supposed to be on. So when you start to look back on some of these older energies that you may have been involved with, you start to see a darkness there that maybe you didn't fully see before. Like, wow, I feel like that was actually holding me back from this. And this can completely shift the way you look at your life as a whole. You start to see that there are forces out there that try to keep you from certain spaces. And this is exactly what I'm getting from Baphomet right here. I feel that there's a number of you out there that have something very unique about you. There might be some talents there, something that the divine has blessed you with. Yeah, I'm also hearing something about just the way you communicate with other people. There's no telling what it could be, but there's something that you have been armed with which allows you to create influence in and around your life. It could just be the light you hold. And this energy here always knew this, but got so used to you remaining in the space you were in, they forgot who you really were. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Three of Pentacles right underneath the Three of Pentacles at the solar plexus. Okay. So that's very significant that we get the same card from different decks stacked at that solar plexus. Now, the Three of Pentacles from this deck is very different from this, okay? This, to me, whenever I see it, it reminds me of like a bull in a china shop, right? Just somebody who is always trying to get in your way or just trying to destroy something that you're building. And the Three of Pentacles from this deck actually speaks about stagnation. It speaks about the fact that nobody was supporting you on this path and completely disregarded any sort of skills, talents, or just a vision you had for your life. Because there's something about this energy that felt threatened by the idea of you going in this direction. I'm hearing something about everybody knowing except you. And I'm getting this message about you being a child divine, you being born into an environment where by default, none of these people were going to support you. It's like an angel being incarnated into a family of fallen angels. And the whole purpose of this is so you could remember who you were, awaken inside of that space, and quite possibly do the work on themselves. It's like these individuals saw some sort of light in you. And instead of trying to help nurture that light inside of you, they wanted to put it out. In fact, I feel that these individuals saw that light inside of you way before you saw it, which is probably the reason why you never felt like you fit in. You didn't see yourself as above anybody. You just didn't feel like you were like them. Your value system was completely different. It's almost like what they saw as acceptable, you saw as unacceptable. What they saw as good, you saw as bad, and vice versa. They were working with an inverted set of morals that you just could not get on board with. And this is why you never felt like you were at home. You never felt seen. You never felt heard. You always felt outcasted because you refused to submit. What do we have at the heart position, please? Three of Swords, Libra energy at the heart. Now, the Three of Swords here is speaking about you being in this energy of recovery. It says right there, quiet solitude. So I feel that this is the space that you're now entering into as you're moving forward. You're starting to see that it was never you. And it can take time to heal from that. You know, when you spend so many years thinking that there's something wrong with you and why can't you just fit in and all of these things, you don't just get over that overnight, you know. It can take a lifetime to get over that stuff. That's deep, deep wounding, especially when you're subjected to it from childhood, right? Which I feel is what happened in a lot of your cases. And then we have the Page of Cups, water energy on this side of the card. So here we are, divine comfort, okay, which I feel is the space that a lot of you are entering into right now. The divine is cloaking you. The divine is moving you forward. The divine is aligning you with this path. I feel that the things that once troubled you are behind you now. Or, depending on where you are on this timeline, they're about to be. It just requires you taking that first step, right? It's like the divine saying, hey, you don't need to deal with that any longer. Come with us. We got your back, but we can't force you to do anything, okay, because of your free will. So you need to take the first step here. So for a group of you, we're speaking about the path you have already taken, the path that you're quite possibly already on. And for the other group of you, this is a message of encouragement as to what all this is going to begin to look like once you start making your way down this path. What do we have at the throat, please, Spirit? Emperor, again. Okay, so when we actually get the same card here that we got at the beginning of the reading, this means that we've gone full circle and we've landed right back at the beginning of the reading because these three cards here are the outcome, okay? So it's like saying this is what you've been dealing with. Now it's time to get on with the show. And it says right here, give safe travel, and it's right underneath that Chariot card. This is telling us that the plan that the divine is helping you put together right now is going to lead to a victory. It's very clear. Setting your sights, right, on that star, putting a plan together, moving forward, and getting the victory. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? Too many cards. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? Queen of Swords. Okay, this Queen of Swords just fell out a moment ago, and now here it is again. So air energy right there at the third eye. And it says right there, can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Now, the Queen of Swords here is telling us that you're no longer allowing other people to disrupt your forward momentum. You know, I feel that you were once in an energy where people could have talked you out of doing something, or maybe you felt like you needed somebody's support or validation in regards to something. And we can see how this could be possible when it comes to family members and stuff, but this is not something that you're even remotely considering anymore, especially underneath this moon. It's like, here's all that distraction around you, right? It's like the only validation, the only support and guidance you need is from the divine. And it's right there at your third eye. You know, this is one of these paths that I feel a lot of the people that you have encountered haven't been able to experience themselves. This is different. This is divinely led. This is not something you see every day. You know, the kind of energy you hold is so rare that you likely will never encounter another person like yourself in your community. You're not meant to, because you're all spread out across the globe in different geographical locations. Again, this is going back to what I've been mentioning about the spiritual web, right? There's only ever one individual like you in a certain space, because you send out such a massive shockwave, such a massive influence, and create these ripple effects that you won't even ever really begin to wrap your head around, right? Your influence is spoken about in spaces that you're not even aware of. But you also have a responsibility to protect this now. You know, the Queen of Swords is an energy of self-preservation. You can't just let any old person into your life. You need to discern moving forward. You have a lot that you need to protect here, and you have nothing to worry about as long as you're following your higher guidance here. But you also need to remember that there's always going to be people trying to weasel their way into your life, acting like they can provide you with something that you need. Watch out for this sort of stuff. Anything you need will be provided to you by the divine, but there will always be individuals that are trying to come into your life to see if they can get past your protection. What do we have of the crown to close this out, please, Spirit? Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the crown to close out the reading. Now, this follows what I just said perfectly, because it says right there, submission to higher order, identifies traitors and destroys their plans. Unbelievable. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is showing us that you're building this on your own, right? You don't need anybody else to help you with this. And it says right there, the omniscient God. Now, I'm hearing something here about further down the path. You know, you could find people that are supportive. You could build new communities and things like this. But the roots, the foundation of what you're putting together here, you do alone, okay? You don't want other people involved with this, because you never know who might be trying to weasel their way into your energy, okay? You see this card? Baphomet there aligns with the magician for a reason. It's because these people can go undetected. They are the best of the best when it comes to manipulation. So get your foundation built. Get the structure down first. So that way, if you do want to bring other people into your community, into your environment, you're bringing them into a space that you have constructed yourself first, and it cannot be taken away. And that message will show up differently for each and every one of you. So just take it as it resonates. This Empress and this Nine of Pentacles is speaking about this very potent level of creative abundance that you're being given access to here. There's a lot of security here, but this is all the result of you being self-reliant. There's a lot of financial independence here as well, and a lot of luxury and comfort. This is what you're being granted access to. And this is a rough blueprint of how it will probably unfold for a lot of you. You know, it's going to be slightly different, but this is just a general idea of what a lot of you are going to have to go through to get to this point here, okay? But whatever the case, this is a fantastic reading. I really hope that you guys are able to take something useful from this. So with that, I will leave it here. All right, this is what I have for all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Also, consider giving this reading a hype, as it will help to get the video in the algorithm and push it out to other people who may need the reading. If you would like to join the membership section of my channel, you can click on the join button or find the link down below. I upload additional videos there each month. So go check it out. Those readings are quite potent because I pick up on a smaller collective of individuals. I'm also running a 15% off sale at PLUTOBEANstudio.com. where I have a number of items which are extensions of the creative output of my channel. You can see a lot of the items in the sidebar and also down below this video. So go check it out if you want to see some of the other things that I've been working on. I also still have some limited spots open for personal readings. You can find that information down below in the description. I also wanted to thank everybody who's been donating to my channel lately. Your donations help keep my channel going, so thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But lastly, I would like to know how this reading resonated with you. So leave me a heart and or a comment down below, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.